Hey there guys, Matt here, and today we have some more news on Crash and Spyro. Yes, even more news. So let's just get right into the topic of the video. So just last night, I had actually noticed that Liam Robertson, somebody who we have spoken about many times on this channel, has actually come out with more information on Crash and Spyro. And it was in his Patreon that was uploaded yesterday in his podcast called the Off the Record podcast. I'll have a link in the description if you want to go check that out. Basically, what happened was that at the end of the podcast, they were talking about the Crash Bandicoot leak situation that happened with the whole CTR Nitro Fuel 2 rumor. And essentially what happened was that they actually got into the thick of things, and Liam basically brought up a pretty big bombshell of information. So basically, I'm going to kind of just run it down here. I kind of made a little bit of a Twitter post last night to kind of just break the news for everybody, since I was the first one to see it out of the community at that point. So I decided to break the news on Twitter. So basically what happened was that Liam essentially said this. So going as far back as early 2024, Activision and Microsoft were in talks of giving us more Spyro, Tony Hawk, and CTR content, which is really interesting because obviously Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4 came out earlier this year, and Spyro 4 is the game that's coming out next year. And what's really interesting is that he mentioned CTR content, not Crash Bandicoot, but CTR. That's really interesting in my opinion that he actually mentioned that. So going into more of the news and information here, he's actually unsure at the time of the recording whether CTR2 is actually in development or not, and that he's never seen that piece of concept art. So this is something that's actually really interesting because this is very telling. So in my previous video yesterday, I actually did have a discussion about, okay, are we getting both Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon in 2026? Which game is going to come out first? Is it going to be Spyro? Is it going to be Crash? This was also a topic of debate on Twitter. And I think now, considering Liam told us what he knows, basically it's pretty telling about what's actually going on here. And I think we can really put this debate to rest now. We know for 100% certainty that Spyro 4 is the game that is coming out first, because if this CTR game is in development, which I do think it is, if Liam doesn't even know about it yet, then that basically tells us that the CTR sequel is very, very early in development. So that literally tells me that CTR 2 probably entered development either a couple of months ago or earlier this year. So with that being said, it really just softly confirms to us that Spyro is the game that's coming out next year. And what that makes me believe is that CTR 2 is going to be in 2027. Now, going into the last piece of information today, that a mainline Crash Bandicoot game is not in development. Basically, what that means for us is that if CTR 2 is real, this is the only thing as of right now Crash Bandicoot related that is in development video game wise. So essentially we can basically put the Iron Galaxy theory to bed, and it kind of just makes sense that they just want to focus on getting Spyro 4 out first and then CTR 2, and then talk about doing a potential Crash Bandicoot 5. It just makes sense. So that's basically it for this video. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think of the information that we got from Liam Robertson? Are you excited? Are you a bit disappointed about some of the news? Or are you, like me, relieved that Spyro is the game that's coming out first? So let me know in the comment section below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one.